Breathe into our space, our lotus mudra, back of the hand together, pinkies and thumbs, and opening up towards the heavens. Let's just enjoy being here in each other's presence, whether it's online in the yard or in the yard together. And I'm going to read to you from Khalil Gibran's The Prophet on friendship. And I've already cried 3 times this morning reading it, thinking of all of you and all of our love for each other. So I don't think it's out of my system. And a youth said, "Speak to us of friendship." And he answered, saying, "Your friend is your needs answered. He is your field which you sow with love and reap with thanksgiving. And he is your board and your fireside. For you come to him with your hunger, and you seek him for peace. When your friend speaks his mind, you fear not the nay in your own mind, nor do you withhold the I. And when he is silent, your heart ceases not to listen to his heart. For without words, in friendship, all thoughts, all desires, all expectations are born and shared with joy that is unacclaimed. When you part from your friend, you grieve not, for that which you love most in him may be clearer in his absence, as the mountain to the climber is clearer from the plain. And let there be no purpose in friendship save the deepening of the spirit. For a love that seeks aught but the disclosure of its own mystery is not love, but a net cast forth, and only the unprofitable is caught. And let your best be for your friend. If he must know the ebb of your tide, let him know its flood also. For what is your friend that you should seek him with hours to kill? Seek him always with hours to live. For it is his to fill your need, but not your emptiness. And in the sweetness of friendship, let there be laughter and sharing of pleasures. For in the dew of little things, the heart finds its morning and is refreshed. I think we've all kind of felt like the mountain climber on the plain. And I think it's been really clear to us what we've been missing from one another. So may that forever be our teacher. And may we today and always just cultivate that love for each other. Let our best be for each other today and always. And bring your hands to your lap if they're not there already. Maybe send some loving kindness to the person beside you on the screen, above you on the screen, wherever the person is, beside you on the mat. And let's just bow to each other to begin our practice. And those sacred words, namaste, may the light in me sees, honors, and supports the light in you. So may that truth really ring in us today and always. It's not just some word that's on a t-shirt, but it's a really deep, sacred word. Namaste, everybody. I think we should start standing today. So let's start standing. And if I, for some reason, hop off my mat, it's to grab Tank. Let's stand on our mat, whether the ground is even or uneven, because that's life. Let's inhale and just reach up to the sky, reaching the fingertips up, and we'll just fold it forward and just let ourselves go, bending, reaching up to the sky and then down, feeling the air between our fingers, the air between our arms, our head, just breathing in and out and just flowing. And I love that if our friend must know the ebb of our tide, may they also know the flood, knowing that sometimes our needs vary and our friend is there to see us through, just like we're here for each other and we've been here for each other. When you get up to standing, let's pause and ground into the earth. The fingers reach up to the sky. Take in all the love that's around us. Exhale, bring it to our hearts and fold it forward. Uttanasana. Now let's inhale, step it back to downward facing dog, grounding into the earth. Feeling the support of the earth below us. Our palms, that heartbeat of our palms and the heartbeat of the soles of our feet, giving back to Mother Earth. And inhaling the earth in through those points of contact. And we'll inhale to step our right foot forward. We can come onto the ball of the foot or ground that knee, but let's rise up wherever we're at, reaching up into the expanse. And then exhale, fold it forward, step the right foot back into our plank pose. And inhale, step the left foot forward, rise up into the heavens. Oh, so good, you guys. Exhale, folding, and then coming into our downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Let's lift the right leg to the sky, bend the knee, stack the hips, opening up to the right side of the mat, the wall, the expanse. Maybe making some circles with the knee around and around, opening up our hips. And then reach the foot to the sky, squaring the hips to the ground. Let's pause here, three-legged downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, float the right foot down. And then ground again, get set, and then lift the left leg to the sky, really reaching in and bend that knee. Nice, stack the hip, and maybe make some circles in the sky with that knee. And then reach it to the sky, the hips parallel to the ground, heart reaching for the tops of the thighs, and then lift or float that foot down. Let's inhale. Exhale, bending the knees down to the earth. Our chest and our chin go down. Sits bones reach for the sky. Yes, and then inhale to reach the heart up. Maybe going all the way up or just part way for baby cobra or full cobra. Then exhale, float it back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale and exhale. And then let's float up to our plank pose, lifting the hips, grounding the hands, and bring that right knee to the right elbow. And then if it feels right, float it over to the left, and then over to the right, and extend the right leg back, plank pose. Yeah, bring the left knee to the left elbow, and over to the right, back to the left, and then back to plank pose. Let's breathe in. Now exhale, lower down the knees, bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Feel nice and strong in the hands. Bring the tops of the feet to the floor, and then curl the toes under. Really ground the toes, the ball of the foot, sole of the foot reaching back, crown of the head forward. Now float the knees up so that you hover. The belly is in, nice and strong. Lift the chest high so Tank could walk right underneath you if you wanted to. Breathe in. Now extend the right leg back so the left knee hovers, the right leg goes back. And then bring the right knee back. to the middle, hover it. Then send the left leg back, warming up the core, warming up the shoulders. Breathe in. And exhale, bring the foot back, the knee hovers. And then lower down, wide-legged child's pose. Sit back and connect with that earth. Let there be no purpose in friendship save the deepening of the spirit. Feel that deepening of spirit here today in the presence of each other. Maybe bring the hands in prayer and bring them behind the neck, pointing the fingertips to the sky, drawing that love in that's all around us. One more deep breath in. Now exhale, bring the hands out in front and then walk the hands over to the right, stacking them, maybe the left hand on top of the right. Press that left sits bone back towards the heel. Breathe in and out. Now inhale, glance up with the hands and send that left arm to the sky, kind of opening up the left side body and the chest. Yeah, inhale. Other left hand. Now that we're in person, I can see which side we're on. Let's inhale. And then exhale, kind of cartwheel back. So the left hand comes behind the mat and the right arm reaches up for sky. Little side body twist on the other side. Nice, guys. Yeah, you got it. Inhale. And then exhale, let's bring our hands back to the middle. Wide-legged child's pose, hands out in front. And then inhale, walk the hands over to the left side. The right hand can stack on top of the left. Now press that right sits bones toward the heel. And if it doesn't feel good to bring the sits bones all the way to the heel, just keep those hips lifted. Yep. Breathe in. And then on an exhale, expand that right arm to sky. So we're kind of opening up the chest again with that right arm up. Good. Inhale. Exhale to cartwheel that right hand behind us, kind of off the mat. And the left hand reaches up for sky. Nice, guys. Really good. Inhale. And then exhale, let's bring our hands above the head, come up onto our knees. So bring the knees underneath the hips, tops of the feet on the floor, arms reach up. Inhale. And now exhale, bring the hands down. Let's curl the toes under for Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe in. Then exhale, down, lower the knees, sweep the hands up to sky. Here's another flow, sweeping up all the love and the presence, the spirit of each other. Exhale, fold it forward, find downward facing dog. So we're moving from downward facing dog down to the ground, and then sweep the arms up to sky. Nice. Good. Exhale, folding forward, finding downward facing dog. Now pause in downward facing dog. Really lengthen out the backs of the legs over the feet come mat distance apart. Breathe in. Exhale, sigh. And then we'll inhale, step the right foot forward. The left foot comes down to the ground. Inhale, rise up to the sky. Yeah. Breathe in. Nice, guys. If it feels better to pivot that heel down, you can. Otherwise, keep on the ball of the foot. Yep, breathe in. And then exhale, bring our arms out like a T and then sweep them back. Let's send our heart to hover over that knee. And then here we have a challenge if we're not on a flat surface, because we're going to shift into that right foot, that front foot, and let that left foot soar. Hands reach back into the expanse, the chest hovers. That left leg can be high as you need or want it to be. And let's sweep our hands forward now, reaching beyond the front of the mat. Now ground that right foot, bring the palms together, and let's bring the knee to the elbows to meet, rounding up into a little ball. And then we'll extend it out on an inhale. And then exhale, knees to elbow, knee to elbows. And then yogi's choice. Maybe you want to inhale and bring the elbows together, or you just want to soar. Or maybe you just want to come into that ball. So find what feels right for you. We're all here in this together. Now the next time you extend the arms past the front of the mat, send them down to the earth, reach that left toe up, And then step it back to our lunge where we started. Float the arms up to the sky. Yes. And now let's bring the right hand behind us so it finds maybe that left hamstring and the arm reaches up, or maybe the right hand just kind of comes behind us. Yes, a little twist, little back bend, inhale. And then exhale, frame that front foot, finding plank pose. Inhale, the foot steps back. Nice, guys. And now let's lower down, exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Yes. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And now let's be here for 5 breaths. Really feeling into the space, feeling into each other's presence. And let our field that we sow with love reap with thanksgiving. Breathing in and out. Maybe closing the eyes and really feeling into the shape, feeling into the spirits around you. And then on an inhale, step the left foot forward, finding that crescent lunge. And then rising up. Yes. Now ground into the front foot. Feel that right back foot nice and strong. And then when you're ready, shift it forward onto that standing anchored foot. And then any variation with the arms. Maybe noticing the sounds around you in this new space for some of us. Inhale to bring the arms past the front of the mat, fingertips reach, reach, reach. And then let's exhale, come into that little ball, elbows to the knee. You can hang out here, or if you want to extend back, and you can hang out there. Just moving this body. And let your best be for your friend. Whatever your best looks like today, whatever it feels like today. A couple more breaths, whether you're extended or you're crunched or you're both. And then next time you find the hands extended out, bring them to the floor, lift the toes up to the heavens. And then exhale, step that foot back. And then come into your plank pose when you're ready. Inhaling that left foot back. And let's exhale, lowering down. Nice, guys. Inhale, lifting the chest, legs float down. Let's pause with our chest lifted. Maybe close the eyes. And imagine that love radiating from our hearts to those around us. And exhale it back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then exhale, lowering down the knees and walking the hands forward, coming into our heart melting pose. So the knees underneath the hips, the arms extend out forward, palms to the ground. Feel the heartbeat of the palms beating into the earth. The heartbeat of the soles of the feet up to the heavens. And feel yourself balanced by those two energies as the heart melts into the earth. We'll be closing the eyes. Inhale, glance up at the hands, rolling up. The shoulders come over the elbows, and then bring the knees to extend or reach the ground and the legs extend back. Here's our Sphinx pose. So pressing those elbows down and the heart lifts. Again, beaming that heart towards each other. You can bring your hands in prayer as well. Sometimes that feels better for the chest or the shoulder blades, or the palms can be down. Well, let's close our eyes. Feel the connection to one another. And exhale. And now bring those palms to the floor if they're not there already. And then curl the toes under. Let's lift the hips, lift the legs for our forearm plank. You can keep the hands in prayer, actually, if that feels better. Let's breathe in. And now exhale, try to keep those hips in the middle of the mat. And then shift the weight to the right arm and lift the left hand to the ground, coming into full plank from forearm plank. Nice. Breathe in. Now exhale, lowering down the left forearm and then the right forearm, trying to keep the core active and keep those hips still. And if it feels better to find dolphin pose, you can come into dolphin and move from dolphin to downward facing dog, or forearm plank to plank. So let's find our plank again, or our downward facing dog. We're gonna straighten our arms and come into either plank or downward facing dog. Now wherever you're at, from your downward facing dog or your plank, come into your dolphin pose or your forearm plank. Noticing where the body feels the breath in each asana. Breathe in. And then exhale, lower down the knees, coming onto the stomach. Bring the elbows wide and be mat distance apart. And let your chin rest on your fists like a crocodile, the side of the river. Or crocodile pose. Or you can come all the way down. Maybe close the eyes. And find some peace. Another deep breath in. Now exhale, hands come down to the floor. Let's press it up and back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. And now walk your hands to the back of your mat to meet your feet. Keep the hips lifted as we slowly kind of inchworm back. Yeah, good. And when you get to the back of your mat, maybe grab opposite elbows and we can sway over to the left and over to the right. Offering this inversion to purify the physical body. Letting the heart be just a little higher than the head. So we can kind of tune into our heart this weekend, you guys. Just back and forth. And now let's bring our hands to the middle. So they're kind of steady. Bring them back to the mat, then walk the hands forward, inch by inch by inch, no rush. The first one to the top of their mat, it's the rotten egg today. Everybody slows down. I can see you guys. Yeah. So let's find our plank pose. Let's breathe in. And then exhale, let's go over to that right hand. Come into our side plank. The left foot can come down in front, or maybe that right knee comes down. Yeah, nice job, guys. Vashisthasana. Yeah, that limitlessness that Vashista had learned. Remember that class from a few weeks ago? You're not limitless, you're not bound. Here's our side plank. Exhale, bring that left hand back down. Feet come back to plank pose. And then let's step forward. Uttanasana to the front of our mat. Come into chair pose if you want, or maybe you come straight up and just ground into the feet. Let's ground, whether it's chair or whether it's Tadasana. And then we bring the hands to the heart. Inhale. Good. Exhale, step it forward. Step the feet back into plank pose and then go right over to that left side. Vashisthasana. Any variation of our side plank on the other side. Maybe feel some freedom here in the breeze, or wherever we are. Exhale, bring that right hand down. Here we are, plank pose once again. This beautiful foundation of an asana, feeling strength from head to toe. Exhale, lower down the knees, and then bring the hips over the knees, hands underneath the shoulders. And then from here, curl the toes under, knees hover again. And this time, if you want to lower your knees, you can. But if you want to keep them lifted, let's bring that right knee out to the side, as if we were bringing that right leg onto a box beside us, opening the hip. Now bring the knee back to the middle, and then send it back. like a three-legged knee lifted plank. Then the right knee comes back to the middle, open up to the side, and then back to the middle and send the right leg long behind us. Good, exhale, bring the toes back, the knees hover, and let's bring our knees wide, wide-legged child's pose, offering some rest. The ebbing and the flooding of our practice. It's like the ebbing and flowing of life. Feel the breath like a wave. Exhale, let it go. And then when you're ready, floating back up to tabletop. Taking your time to get there. Bring the knees underneath the hips. And before we come into our opener on the other side, let's just sway the hips to the left. Maybe look over that left shoulder. And then sass those hips over to the right. Looking over the right shoulder. And it's moving back and forth. Maybe dipping all the way to the ground if that feels good. Opening the outer hip. Nice, guys. Really nice. Just feel how good it is to just do your own thing. We can actually see each other. And so it's like we're all doing something different because we're all different. Yeah. This is when I can't hear you guys. You're all muted. You're like, oh, mother. So let's bring our hips back over the knees. Feel free to comment. Let's hover the knees if you want. If you don't, you can keep them lowered. So you can hover if you want, and if you don't, you don't have to. Now let's bring that left leg out to the side. Yeah, and then bring it back in, and you can extend it along. If you want, maybe you could lower down the knees, bending the elbows, and then press up. You want to add on a little bit. Bring the knee back and out to the side. And then bring it back in, and then extend it long. Pause there. You can bend those elbows, lowering the heart, the chin to the ground. You can press back up. And then bring that knee back to the middle. Let's find our downward facing dog. Be here 5 breaths or less, but we're going to meet in mountain pose. So whenever you want to come to the front of your mat and ground those feet into the earth, in mountain pose, you're welcome. Noticing the breath in the body. Noticing your body in the breath. What's the correlation, relationship between the two? Mountain pose. Let's inhale, reach our hands to the sky. Exhale, fold it forward. And then bring the feet mat distance apart. Point them out to the side if that feels good. Let's sink those hips down into our malasana. And if that's not accessible, find that sumo squat. Feel yourself wherever it feels good. We're just opening up the hips a little bit. You can always have a block under too. And I know some of you guys like to fly your crow, so if you want to bring those hands to the ground, you can come into crow pose. Maybe you still want to feel some heat in the shoulders, but crow pose isn't accessible. So maybe you come into a forward fold and just walk those feet as close to the hands as you can, and to shift the weight into the palms, into the backs of the hands. So whatever works for you. But we're going to bring our awareness to wherever we're at on our mat. you're in crow, ground your crow, finding our sumo squat or our yogic squat, tuning back into our breath. Inhale. And on an exhale, let's just rise up. All the way up, feet ground, hands reach for the sky. And then float the hands down towards the side. Pivot our feet towards the front so we can ground into the right foot. Step the left foot back, and then pivot the left foot towards the long edge. And then that right foot towards the long edge. So now we're all facing the long edge of our mats. Now this is going to be a really fun one. We're going to reach up towards the right side, and then we're just going to exhale towards that left. Bend the knee if you need to, and then inhale nice and rise up, kind of like quicker on the rise up, like you're like, woo, yay. So exhale, sigh, and then woo, exhale, and then up. Yes, so down, crossing the body, inhale, sweeping up quickly. Nice, guys. Exhale down. Now let's stay here on the rise. Notice that we're kind of at an angle. Yes, so pivot the right foot towards the long edge, and then bring that bottom arm down and the left arm reaching. Maybe find a variation of triangle. Yeah, breathing in. Now exhale, back up to sky, pivot the right foot towards the long edge. Inhale. Now exhale, fold over towards that right foot, and then whee, up towards the left side of the body. Yeah, inhale. Good, guys. Going down, and then inhale up. Exhale, inhale. Just kind of letting it all go. Any release that we need to let go of, anything that we need to ground into the body, do it with the breath and do it with the movement. Really working the side body, but just energetically letting things flow from one side to the other. Really nice, you guys. When you get your arms above your head again, pause there. Good. Yep. Pivot that left foot towards the short edge. You're on an incline or a decline. Find your footing, right? Now let that left arm down, maybe out towards the shoulder. The right arm reaches up. Variation of triangle. You can bring the left arm down, reaching for the ankle, whatever feels like a good triangle for you today. Breathing in and out. Now exhaling back up to the sky. Let the hands float down. Our arms are awake. Rolling shoulders up, back, and down. Now pivot the toes towards the corners of the mat. Heels down, and we find our goddess squat. Yes, dropping the hips. The pelvis, the backbone tilts down, and the navel comes up. So we kind of tilt the pelvis. So you see how, like, if I'm like this, my sit bones are out, try to tuck them under. Yep. And that'll kind of feel a little bit better for our squat. When we fold forward, we want those sit bones out. But when we stand, we want them tucked. So find that tuck, find that strength. And then we'll inhale, reach the arms up to sky. Yes, bring the fingers together, interlace. Maybe the index fingers reach for the sky. Yeah, there we go. Get the game face on. And then we're gonna chop some. So we're just gonna hinge forward, halfway exhale, inhale, rise. And then exhale, inhale up. There you go, guys. Exhale, inhale up. Some letting go, some freedom. Nice job, guys. Good. Your friend is your board and your fireside. You come to him with your hunger and you seek him for peace. So we can bring all parts of us to each other. Let's pause with our hinge, arms, fingers pointing out in front. Yep. And then part the hands, bring them as if you were holding a beach ball. And let's go over to the right foot, kind of hovering the hands over the foot. And then over to the left. Feel the twisting in the core. Over to the left foot. And then just go side to side again. many times as you want, as quick as you want. Feeling the legs, feeling the core. Where else do you guys feel it? Let's bring it to the middle. Pause in the middle. Pivot the feet towards the long edge. And then exhale, folded forward, letting go some heat out the mouth. Exhale, sigh. And maybe we walk the hands towards the opposite side of the mat, maybe stretching out the arms, the armpits. You can bring the feet as wide as you want or as close together as you want. The head can reach the ground a little more if the feet are wider. You have your feet closer together. The head might not come as close to the ground. But allow this inversion to purify, bring some fresh blood to the brain, to the body. And then exhale, bend the knees, sweep everything up to sky. Woo! Nice job, guys. Inhale. And exhale, hands come to the heart. And let's just go side to side. A little bend in the knee towards the right. And then towards the left. Maybe closing the eyes. And just feeling each other's energy. For without words, in friendship, all thoughts, all desires, all expectations are born and shared with joy that is unacclaimed. In our silence, we do not cease to listen to the other's heart. So let's just listen to each other's hearts right now. Let's pause in a wide-legged stance. Maybe hands on the heart, or hands can relax. Sharing our physical space or our cyberspace with each other. Breathe in. Exhale, sigh. Now pivot our feet towards the front of the mat, and then step it forward to the front of the mat. And then reaching hands to the sky. You guys are gonna make me cry. Hands to your hearts. Let's offer, just like Hanuman offered Lord Surya his sun salutations for gratitude, let's just offer, our poses that are our favorite or whatever really sings to us in our yoga practice. Let's just spend maybe a minute or so just all doing our own poses that maybe we're working on or that we really like, and just dedicating those to one another. We'll all be doing something different. Maybe we'll all be doing the same. Whatever pose you like, maybe one that you don't like. But let's just offer each other that in gratitude. Just feeling into each other's energy and each other's presence. Let there be no purpose of friendship except the deepening of the spirit. So feel our spirits deepen with each other today. Nice job, guys. On Zoom, we see you, we feel you. Just a few more breaths wherever you're at. Maybe 5 more breaths. And at the end of that 5th breath, let's come and stand at the front of our mats. And with our eyes open, let's just bow to one another again. And we see you online. Bow to us, we'll bow to you. And namaste. Let's reach it up for the heavens one more time. We'll exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, step the left foot back, lower that knee down. We'll move through a sun salutation, inspired by Lord Hanuman. Inhale, reach up for the heavens. Good. Exhale, fold it forward. Curl that back foot under, step it back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Nice, inhale. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin. And inhale, lifting the heart, baby cobra. Exhale, curl the toes under back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, step the left foot forward, lower that right knee down. Inhale, rise, or you can hover and humbly bow. Exhale, sigh, step the right foot forward, Uttanasana. Bend the knees, rise up to stand. Pranumasana, hands meet, slight back bend, exhale. And then down, Uttanasana. Inhale, step the right foot back, scrunch that left side, or you can lift over that leg, Anjaneyasana. Good, exhale, fold it forward, step it back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, rise, lifting the heart, baby cobra or full cobra. Exhale, back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, step the right foot forward, lower the left foot down, Anjaneyasana. Maybe you lift up to rise, sending love to each other, this friendship that we have. Exhale, fold it forward, step the left foot forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise, Pranumasana, hands together, slight back bend. And exhale, stand. And ground into the feet, into your space. And let's make our way down to our mats. Maybe folding up into a ball, coming into Malasana. Finding the sits bones down, and the legs can come forward. And I don't think it would be a practice in person with each other if we didn't do a little boat pose. So let's recline back. Yeah. Oh, I've got a bad connection. We lost connection. The internet's bad. I know. Let's bring on the May Day. You know, you guys, I love thinking about our boats in the harbor because we're all just boats in the harbor together, right? Some of us are going to just anchor and just float and chill. Some of us are really tugging away. And I'm on a decline if I roll down the hill. Tank's just monitoring. If you want to take Tank's position, just lay down. Pinkasana. So let's just find our boat, joining together in the harbor. I'm going to roll back down the hill. Having a little play. Any boat pose will do. Maybe your boat pose is Tankasana, which is just lying down. sinking boat. Whatever feels right. Bringing some awareness that we're all in this together. In this harbor, our little boats. Listen at the flare. When you're ready, come down to your backs. Maybe hug the knees into the chest. Maybe send the legs to the sky. Maybe coming into figure 4. Feel your heart connecting to the earth through the back of the body. Tune into your energy and find a pose that kind of matches your energy. Knowing that we're winding down for savasana. Winding down for rest. When you're ready, finding that ultimate surrender. This surrendering that we've all had so much practice in since we last saw each other in person. This surrender that just when we think we've figured it out, we get one more little curveball. And our yoga practice is here, just supporting us. Like we're building a life raft to navigate through these times. Let go of any effort with the breath. This embodied tank right now. Feel yourself heavy in the earth. Let the eyes sink to the back of the head and the cheeks and the jaw melt with effortlessness. Your friend is your needs answered. He is your field which you sow with love and reap with thanksgiving. He is your board and your fireside. You come to him with your hunger and you seek him for peace. When your friend speaks his mind, you fear not the nay in your own mind, nor do you withhold the eye. And when he is silent, your heart ceases not to listen to his heart. For without words in friendship, all thoughts, all desires, all expectations are born and shared with joy that is unacclaimed. When you part from your friend, you grieve not. For that which you love most in him may be clearer in his absence, as the mountain to the climber is clearer from the plain. And let there be no purpose in friendship save the deepening of the spirit. For love that seeks aught but the disclosure of its own mystery is not love but a net cast forth, and only the unprofitable is caught. And let your best be for your friend. If he must know the ebb of your tide, let him know its flood also. For what is your friend that you should seek him with hours to kill? Seek him always with hours to live. For it is his to fill your need, but not your emptiness. And in the sweetness of friendship, let there be laughter and sharing of pleasures. For in the dew of little things, the heart finds its morning and is refreshed.